Hello, my friends. Amy with Campbell Creations, and today we are going to be making a man's piece of jewelry, and I'm excited about it. We are going to be making something similar to this. This is one that I've already made. This is Dragon Blood Jasper. These are 10 by 10 millimeter squares, and just knotted it down, and it has a little give to it. You see, if I pull, it's got a little stretch to it. It's 8 inches long, and we have a nice little button that it'll clasp with. So we are going to be making another one of these so I can show you how to do it. Sound good? Let's do it. All right, so what I have for this one is I'll be using black banded agate, and I have 10 pieces of these beautiful 10 by 10 millimeter squares. Look at these beauties. Are you kidding me right now? Absolutely gorgeous. This could be dressed up, dressed down, wore every day by your guy, and he would wear it. This is just awesome. And then I loved this button with it. I thought that just looked slick, right? So good. So these, and there are still some available in so many different types of gemstones at Sam's Bead Shop. You guys definitely get to Sam's Bead Shop and gobble these up. Look at the ridges that's around these, and that's perfect. Absolutely perfect for this cording, perfect for this project, and you're going to see just how easy it makes it to get this bracelet done for your guy. So we don't need a lot of material here. We don't need a lot of supplies. What we're working with is our beads, our button, a clasp. I have a 10-inch piece of cord cut, and what I'm using is waxed cord. You can use, regular cord. You can use knotting cord. You just need a piece of cord. So I have that cord, and then I have this amazing 1.5 millimeter leather. This comes from Leather Cord USA, and this was gifted to me from Heather Aston. Heather actually provided almost all of the material that we're going to be working with today. So she sent me these awesome gemstones for both of them. She sent me a bunch of cord. She sent me a bunch of buttons. She's just, yes, she hooked me up, and I'm going to utilize that today for the benefit of us all. So let's get into it. You're going to see how easy this is. So let's set this to the side. We'll see him again. Oh, look at that. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. We're going to set this to the side. What I have cut here is 10 inches here on our cord, right? And 48 inches on our leather. Now, for what I'm going to be doing for my knotting today is not a barrel knot. Today I'm going to be doing overhand knots. If you're doing a barrel knot, you're going to want to alter your size to where one of these is about 4 inches longer than the other for your knotting purposes. That way it kind of keeps them about the same length throughout overall. I'm not. I'm doing overhand knots, and so I'm just coming to my halfway point here. I'm going to slip my button or my cord through the button, one side of my cord, get him through there, and then we are going to be bringing him to that halfway point. Okay, so I'm going to come down here, make sure that our ends are even, slide my finger up it till I'm here at that button. From here, I'm going to take this cord and I'm going to make it longer than even the button, and I'm going to put it between these two pieces of leather. Okay, so that cord's going to be longer, and I'm going to make a very simple overhand knot. And I want it as close to that button as I can get it. And I want that cord coming with it. Just one side. And then we're going to be scooching that snug up to the top of that button. We're going to be pulling both sides. That actually has a little more wiggle room in the button than what I would typically do, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. And what we're really wanting to do here is we're wanting to capture that cord and get our knot under this button so that the button's secure. Now, actually, this amount isn't too bad because you see how the button just lays, and it lays there, so it's not going to be stuck on that knot and poking up. So that's not too shabby. And then from here, so I have my cord in here, I have my leather. I'm going to take my button and I'm going to come up through the opening here on my clasp, and I'm going to come down to my clasp. I'm going to clip this to the end of my board and then bring it down. And what we're going to be doing from this point is we're just going to be doing these half hitch knots. And so the first, I'll tell you, the first one or two is the hardest one you're going to do. After that, it all goes quick. Just watch and see. So first I'm going to come up here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a P with this side. So I'm going over this piece of leather. So over this piece of leather comes up through and under and then through. That's one side. The P is the first side for me. Whenever we're making these knots, we're going to have them snug, but we don't want to tighten them too tight. We want them, as some say, taut, not tight. Okay, so I've just made the P. Now I'm going to come through and I'm going to make a 9. So I'm coming over this other side, grabbing this long tail, coming under and through where I just came. And that's the second part. So here's the first one that we're doing. We're going to grab one of our squares now. Let me make sure this is nice and pointed at the tip. And we're going to put the squares through our center cord. And when I come up here, I'm not too awful worried about the square just yet, right? I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make my P. So I'm crossing this over. Then I'm taking my long cord, coming through, underneath, through. And then when I get up to the top, that's when I'm going to want to make sure that that square's in there, make sure my cord is on the edges, and I'm wanting it to be snug, not tight. I'm going to bring these both down and I'm going to make my 9. Take my long cord, come back up through, under and through, and secure it. Grab a bead. Bring our bead up, bring our cords down. Gonna make a P, use my long cord, come up from the underneath, through, and tighten it down. When I get close to that bead up here, I'm just going to use my 2 fingers. You see, I'm just kind of maneuvering it, manipulating it a little bit, and making my tie. And actually, it looks like my cord got up through here. You see, my long cord got up through here. I didn't want that. Wasn't the plan. So I'm going to easily bring this back out. You don't want to damage your leather. And then we're just going to simply do it again. Not a biggie. So I'm bringing my cords down. I'm going to make my P. I'm going to come with my long cord up the underneath and through. Oh, he did it again. Typically, he stays where he wants to be, which is underneath. This is all happening on top of that cord. Okay, so I'm just going to use my fingers, manipulate that into its little grooves, bring my cords down, make my 9. Long cord goes under and through. So you can use however you want to for that P and 9, but P and 9 works for me. You can do P and Q. You can do whatever works best for you. Okay, I'm gonna add another bead, slide it up, bring my cords down, make my P, bring my long cord up from underneath and through. Bring my cords down, make my 9, come up through and tighten it. Let's bring another one of our squares in, bring it up there, cords down, make our P, bring our long tail through the underneath and through to cinch it. Oh, look at that one. He is a gorgeous bead. Oh my. Bring our cords down, make our 9, take our long cord, up and through, tighten it. You can do this with any kind of beads, you guys. You don't have to use these squares. You could use these with round beads. 10mm lava beads would be great. I know on Amazon they have squares that's about this size that are hematite. Those would be really cool as well. They won't have the grooves, but they would be really cool. So I'm going to bring my cord down, make my P, come underneath and through. And get him cinched in. Bring our cords down, make our 9, come up underneath and through. Bring our cords down, we'll add another bead. Super easy, you guys, right? Definitely not difficult. Bring our bead up there, cords down, make our P, come up and underneath and pull it through. I just love the look of this. I think it is a perfect design for any guy. Whether they are a dress-up guy or an outdoorsy guy, you have so many different gemstone options, so many different leather cord options. Possibilities are just endless. And this cord from Leather USA, I thought I loved the cord I was getting. And Heather sent me this cord, and it's like butter. It's like butter. I have never worked with cord like this, and I've worked with quite a bit of leather cord, you guys. Leather Cord USA. Okay, I'm bringing this down, doing my P again, and through. Make sure he's in there. Bring these down, make our 9, up and through. Gorgeous. Oh, these beads. They're just getting me. I keep looking down at them and I'm like, oh. So trying to think of some additional guys designs, ones that aren't just, using less beads or something, but, some designs that guys would really enjoy wearing. I believe without a doubt that this is one of those. And that's real exciting because, we have supportive guys in our life and cool guys in our life, and we would love for them to also be able to wear something that we create and make, but we don't want them to feel forced to or, wear it but not want to. We want them to be excited about it, and good pieces. And I believe this is one of those good pieces. And this is our last piece. So I'm going to come around, go for the P, up underneath and through. Make sure he gets around that bead. Then we'll bring our leather down, make our 9, come up and through. Okay, so here's where we are so far, so we can take this off. So let's get this off the bead board. Get him off our clip. This is what we're looking at. Goodness, look at these beads. My, oh my. And then the back. Here's the back. The only difference is you have that little center part. So even if they wore it like this, it'd be all right. Both work. Okay, so we're down here at the bottom. What I like to do, me, is from here, and what you could do is do another couple half stitch knots, but I like to just immediately come into an overhand knot. It's just my thing, right? So I'm going to immediately bring this into an overhand knot. Pull those through. Let's get this guy included. You're included, buddy, you're included. And then I'm just gonna bring these guys up. I just want them to settle in underneath that half stitch knot. And I'm pulling on either one of those cords, right? So from here, let's look at our length so far, guys. So from here, we are at 6, 7, and by the time it comes up here to clasp, it'll be almost 8, and that's about what we're looking for. It's about what we're looking for. So this cord is nice and cinched in here. We're going to be clipping him off, but I don't clip him off too close, okay? I will come in after this video with a lighter and just give barely a little light, and then it'll end up also securing this knot. Now you can do it that way, or you can use a thread zapper and zap it, okay? Totally your option there. So what I'm looking at, and we're going to do the same thing with this piece that's up here, but what we're looking at for right now is we're wanting to clasp this, and leather will stretch over time, so I want it to be kind of snug. So I just bring my button and I set it right on top of that knot, and I just kind of mark where that would be. That's not a very big area, right? Not at all. That's okay. I'm going to come in here, do an overhand knot. See, I'm still about in that section. Before I secure it, I'm going to come in here with my button, make sure I can get through there snugly. I want to be snug because this will expand over time. Okay, so this is snug, this is good. Give a little pull here on both sides. Now, if you aren't sure on the length, okay, if this is a gift and you're not sure on the length, or if you're selling this and you won't be sure on the length, from here, add another, and I'll go ahead and do it. We're going to add another, it's going to be about that long, about the same, right? Another overhand knot, or if you're using barrel knots, another barrel knot. And I'm going to come in here, looking for about the same. That looks pretty good. Tighten that up. So here's what happens. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to trim this off. You trim it off however you want, right? You can make those tails long, you can make them short, you choose. If you're selling this, or if this is for someone as a gift, and say they try it on and this first loop is perfect, just cut off this end knot, okay? And then you'll have a little tail, right? Otherwise, they can adjust it. And so from here, that's all we've got to do. Come in here, cinch it closed, Before I do pictures, I will bring the lighter in. And you have your gorgeous, handsome, masculine, awesome bracelet. Super nice, right? Real kind of flexible, but not too flexy. This is just good stuff. Love it. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for going through this with me. I appreciate you being here, and I'm so happy that we're getting some guys' jewelry coming in here. This is good stuff. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Share this. Give me a comment. Appreciate it. If you guys have some good ideas, shoot them out to me. I would love that. And until we meet back here on this bead mat, my friends, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.